Hello everyone, welcome to Cornflower Crafts. My nickname is Corn, and today I'm here to show you how I did my pool noodle fake cakes. And real quick, just want to show you, just in case you're interested in doing one yourself. There's my teal one, and we do have some glitter on it, and it's made with well, I'll tell you what you need in a little bit. And here's my pink one, and this cake right here is very textured. I just thought that was fun to do that. And if you're interested in making one, then let's do it together. First off, what you're going to need, the very first thing you're going to need is a pool noodle. And I get mine at Dollar Tree. And I was sitting down one day thinking, I want to be able to do darling small fake cakes, but I don't want to spend a lot of money on, on making them. And so I looked in the corner of my craft room, and there are my pool noodles, and I thought, let me give this a try. So you need that pool noodle first, any color, because you're going to quote unquote frost it. You're going to need, for me, I needed some baby wipes, because this gets messy for me. Cardboard with parchment paper over it, and this is some painter's tape. You use what you have. This is what I used. From Dollar Tree, these little glass pieces that you can find in the section that has home decor. I also use glitter from Walmart, these two glitters, but you can use whatever glitter you have. Dollar Tree has glitter. Also, if you're like me and you get these at a good deal at Ross, get them on sale. I've had these for years. A whole set of these, they work great. When it came to the roses, you don't have to decorate yours that way, but I used a Russian tip. When it comes to the frosting bag, they have them at Dollar Tree. And let's see, what else will you need? Oh, I have this cardboard, which is thin but nice. If you know someone who's reboarding and bagging their comic books and they want to recycle these, you can say, can you recycle a few my way? They're very nice. This circle, you can go ahead and put this on whatever cardboard you have. Put this on it, your pool noodle, and trace around it, and you'll find it's 2 1/4 inches. And unless you have a different, because some pool noodles are wider, so again, just to trace around it would be best. Let me see, what else? Oh, spackling. That's the one thing I didn't grab, but it's right over here. Mine, I got a big one because I hope to do a lot of fake bakes, but you can do a small one. They do sell it. Here's mine, the Fast and Final by DAP, and it's a nice white color, but you can get yours at Dollar Tree. And what I would suggest, since the one at Dollar Tree is a little bit on the gray side, you can put your white acrylic paint. This isn't the white one. From Walmart for, I think it's 60 cents now, or 50 odd cents. So, and that will brighten it up for you. Excuse me. If you want the white, excuse me, this never happens till I do a video. Let's see, so you need spackling. If you want a color you know, you need your paints. This one is from Hobby Lobby. This is the Anita's. And this was like 64 cents or something of that nature when they put them on sale. So let's try to get started here. Okay. If I have left anything out, which I apologize if I've done so, hopefully we'll be able to pick up whatever I haven't done. Oh, sometimes I like to recycle my shop towels, and this one's nice and wet just in case I make a boo-boo. So first off, what we're going to do, okay, I knew I messed up something, and I'm not in love with this glue gun, but I got it because it's the 2 temp, and I want it on low because you'll learn if you use your high temp, that's what this the Surebonder is fantastic, but this high temp will just take your pool noodle, and wherever you put it, it'll just eat it. You know what I mean? It's like, ugh. So you do need your low temp. And so you will need 2 of these because you're going to cover your top and your bottom, like so, okay? And what I do for the top, I use the side that is matte. There's no shine, no nothing for the top, and then for the bottom, I use the shiny one. So right off the bat, you're going to glue your bottom, and if you put enough glue on it, will allow you time to get it exactly where you want it. And I don't know if all glue guns are like this, but even though this says low temp, just putting my hand right there, it is so hot. So hot. And then I went ahead, I already did this. I had it on the hot setting and glued 3 of these glass pieces together so that, and you don't have to do this, but I wanted them weighted personally. You don't have to do it though, or you can only just put 1 if you would like. And so we're going to go and just a couple of times down at the bottom. Hopefully it'll hold, you know, with hot glue or low temp glue, sometimes it gives way, so hopefully. And here's the thing, if you're concerned about it giving way, which I wasn't for these, but I've got one finished over here. I went ahead and did this. See what you think. I messed up a few of my, I don't cut straight anything, paper, anything. I can't just cut a straight line. And bless your heart, several of you have told me you can't either. And I appreciate you letting me know, because it's like, you know, I'm not the only one. But if you're concerned about that, what you can do, if you like, you don't have to stay there, because I didn't, like I said, I didn't do it for them. But you can fill this in with your boo-boos. I'm just recycling my boo-boo. That might be too high. There we go. And if you feel more comfortable, which I would, let's just go ahead and glue that down as well. One thing about the glue sticks and the glue gun, this one, it has so many strings. Oof, drives me cuckoo. Get down there, you. Okay. I think we're down far enough. I just don't want it over there. And then this one I'm going to glue with the more matte side. I'm going to glue like that as well. And like I said, you have a little bit of time to go ahead and, oops, put it where you want it. Okay. All right, so we have, this one's done. This one's done already. I was going to try to save some time, but I thought you all might. I know in the past you all said, well, I like it when we do it together. So we have this one ready to go too. And we have, okay, maybe I know what I should do. Okay, so first off, when you mix your spackling, it's best to do it, these are from Dollar Tree, it's best to do it in these if you are going to make a lot, knowing that you might have some left over that you can use later. What might happen if you have them in here, you can see my cakes, you know, if you have them in here for several days without using them, they might dry out a little. So adding more of your acrylic paint or a little water would help. I think it was Cindy for Peep This, y'all. I think she told us about this, so that you don't put too much water. You know what I mean? Get a spray bottle. I don't remember where I got this, guys. I've had it for some time. And just, you know, do it gradually if you need to do that, okay? And I tried to do, see, I did a little darker color here, okay? So, we've got that happening. Now, the reason I have this like this on the board and stuff is because when you first do a cake, you can hold it. The side, for me, doing the sides first is best for me. Like I said, I think it's always best when you watch somebody do something and you feel like, well, I'd like to do that too. I have pool noodles that, you know, because I use them with my gnomes and stuff, but you know, if you want to do them with the fake bakes, then yeah, you know, you do however it's best for you, because some people are the opposite. They do the top first and then come down the sides. But you can actually hold it in your hand. And I just took some of the sticky off of that, and I'm going to need it to definitely be there. So I'm just going to take some of my, this was in my stash, guys. I paint a lot around the house. Walls and things, but it's too wide, so let's do this. Let's give it extra sticky on top of sticky, so when it's time for me to do this part, it will actually stay on, because I've had it want to come off. Since it's parchment paper, it's like, well, I don't want to stay. Okay, so are we going to do this one or this one? That one's still hot, guys. The one we just did, it's literally still hot. So let's do this one. Okay, for me, like I said, easier to go here. And this one, I think we're going to do this pink that I made. It might not be enough, though. This is enough. Okay. This we know is enough. Yeah, see, we know we've got enough of that. Everybody on YouTube who does this, and some have been doing the fake bake for years, will tell you, you just have a feeling here. That's not always the case for beginners. We're like, well, what is the feeling? And if you don't frost a lot of real cakes, you're like, huh? What's that supposed to feel like? Since this has been in here for several days, I'm going to go ahead and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, okay, and just mix that water in and see if it makes it just a little bit smoother for me to work with. Hopefully I'm getting everything, hopefully I'm getting everything in frame. Now, I personally think I might need a couple more of these. Okay. What do y'all think? We've got some peaks going on. It's not falling off the palette knife. Now that it will, but not, no. Okay, and then I go ahead and wipe it clean. If I can. If I can't, then I get a hold of my baby wipes. Okay. So, there, as you know, there are so many ways to do this, okay? You saw I went up and down on one, and swirly on the other. There's just so many ways you can do this. And one thing I'm going to try in the future is to put my spackling in one of the bags and pipe it around and then try to smooth it out. We'll see. We'll see how that goes. But I'm going to start this, but I'm not going to finish it, okay? Because time-wise, we would be here a while, okay? This is how you can do that up and down. Like I said, I am new at this, but I just thought there might be some people out there that want to do it but not spend tons of money, and just think, if you want to do it and give it to friends and you know, share, like maybe on, because one of my cakes is going to someone for their birthday, and if you want to do that, then you've got it, you know, you can do it more economically, because there, I don't know how many you could make out of a pool noodle. Now, one thing I didn't say, most, not all, most of my pool noodles are cut. I just said I wasn't going to do it all, didn't I? Most of my pool noodles are cut at 2 1/4 inches high, but I'm going to do several at 3 inches, meaning it's a 3-layered cake with 1 inch each. Do you know what I mean? So, as you can see, it's not really even. Like right here, there's too much pool noodle showing. We don't want, well, you don't want your pool noodle to show. But as far as perfection, most of us don't ice a cake perfectly. My cakes have improved through the years, but it's my husband that makes our cakes. I think, boy, a long time ago I shared one that he made for me that's nothing but roses on it out of peanut butter frosting, because that's my favorite. It was gorgeous, if I do say so myself. Okay, so it can get a little interesting. Let's see, I'm going to do this so that it's not too bad on the bottom. At the top here, you see, but what can happen, let me put this where it's supposed to go, which is on this tape, but the tape looks like it might be a little wide, which I don't want. If it's too wide, then it'll mess up your bottom when you pipe it on there. Okay. Okay. So you want to push that baby down, and then I've got to wipe my hand I won't do the whole top now. Maybe I'll say that and then do it anyway. I'm going, since it wants to move, of course, it's a video. Since it wants to move, I'm going to go ahead and ice it with my finger held there, and then that's the very last part that I'll do. But you want to, even though I'm going to, let me get that out of the way, even though I want to do some piping around the top, you want that covered. You know what I mean? Between here and here. I'm hoping that I'm in frame. And if I am not, my apologies, but I'm sitting down so I can't see what's happening. Okay, so sometimes you can put excess on and then take it off. But if you have the bottom all the way you want, you don't want to mess with it too much. You know what I mean? Ooh, that needs to go over. So we're going to do it like so. And just to make sure you don't have that seam there between the top and the bottom. And you could put texture, even if you don't have it on the sides, you could put texture on the top. Or if you're like, no, I don't want that, I don't like it, then I'm going to get wipe my palette knife off and go like so. And make it smooth. Smooth-ish. Okay? Smooth-ish. And then go ahead and clean that off entirely. Okay? Now, what I do, and Dawn from the Pink Tree told us about this, if you leave it for overnight, or 24 hours really, to dry, then when you do your piping, if you make a mistake, it's going on, you know, dry spackling. So if you make a mistake with your piping, you can literally scoop it off. So, and I agree with her 100% because I had to do it with this one. I was like, no, that looks terrible. So we leave this 24 hours to dry, okay? And I'm going to put that behind me, okay? And I have one like so. Let me put the top on my spackling, and I go ahead and wipe the rim. I don't know if you guys can see it. Wipe the rim of this clean so that you just don't want any air in there. You know what I mean? You're like, no air, please and thank you. Okay, so that's going to go down here. I'll clean up later. So this is already done. Now, what everybody else does is they go ahead and get their bag filled, which I did to save us some time. I've got it in 2 Ziploc bags because I'm like, I've got to save time on this video because you all know how I just go on and on. And, you know, you fill it. You can put the bag over a glass, or you can cup your hand like this, put the bag here, drape it over your hand, and then when you fill it with your spackling, you can use your thumb, you know, because it's covered with the bag, to take it off and put it down there. I have a a coupler on, because this makes it very easy for me to change the tip if I need to. And then I got these for, what was it, 50% off or 40% off, something like that, at Hobby Lobby. And that just helps, because you don't, I did this 2 days ago, and you don't want, you know, you don't want it to dry out at all. I'm going to wipe the tip also, okay? And so you wrap it around so that your pressure is like so. It's kind of like an odd way of holding a pen. And what everybody else does is they can actually do this and succeed, you know, just turn it a little. Not me. I got this, which is a little cake. I need to tape that down as well. A little cake turntable. And because if you've been here before, you know I'm persnickety. Does it help me to be persnickety? No. But be true to yourself. You know, you are what you are. And so I tried it without, and I ended up making like a line, then turned it a line. You know what I mean? You could see the break in it. And I'm so persnickety, I was like, well, I don't want to break, you know? So, but you don't need this. You don't need this turntable. I got this and this bag and some tips and everything else for $19.99 on Amazon. But you don't need it. You do not need this. So you kind of think, what do I want? Let's put this over here. What do I want for my back side? And I kind of want this to be my back side. It'd be nice if we could choose our back sides. I would tell you this tip, but it has no number on it at all. But I can show you. It's like a star tippy thingy. And so I'm going to start here, and you can move it back and forth. There's so many videos on how this can be done, you know. Like so. Okay. And we can also do it at the top. But since I wanted to show you a few things, I am going to just wipe this off again, put the cover on it, and put it back where I had it, and do that later. But I have to protect it, y'all, you know. And so I'm going to put that in there. And like I said, you do not need this. You can do it. Most people who do the fake bakes do it on their own. They do not need that. Their hand is their turntable, you know. And I understand that 100%. But I'm just so persnickety. So at this stage, though, what you can do, I'm going to have to pull it off of there again, is, as you know, when you do your glitter, if you take a piece of paper and you fold it in half, I know, I just did it. You can go ahead and glitter this baby up. I'm going to do the white. And while it's wet, y'all, while your frosted, quote unquote, is wet, you can put your, if you want your glitter on, you might say, no, I don't want that. I like glitter, personally. So, let me make sure I've got enough on there. What do y'all think? Y'all told me that'd be so cute. Oh, a little bit more here, I see. If I can get it open. That's a nice tight fit. Okay. And then you can, but to be careful, I don't turn it upside down or anything. It's just if some of this comes off, I put it back in the container. You know what I mean? And it's so easy to do. But you can go ahead and do that. But I'm so afraid that I'm going to, you know, mess up my cake. So I don't. But anyway, I didn't have much on there. But if you did have a lot on there, here it is. It's gotten on the... Okay, so let's say you've got this going here. There's my back. And you've got the top done the way you want to, and you've got your glitter on it and everything. Then you say, okay, I want to decorate it. Well, okay. We're not going to do this permanently, but I'll show you how you can. Wish I had a huge old desk. Put all this stuff on the floor and show you. You can do it in many ways. But for me, with that Russian tip, I did the roses in white and in, let me see if that's even showing. White and in darker pink, and then my leaves. And you can also decorate it, let me show you these, with clay pieces that you've made. There's just so many things that you can do. Some of that's done with hot glue as well. But let's just, for the sake of time, let's just put this little baby. Well, that's not darker though, is it? It doesn't look darker, but it... See, that's the thing with color. It looks the exact same color, but... Okay, let's do something different than those. And something different than the white. I'm going to... I've also got a tray of these. I've been working hard on this stuff. Let's do this one. How cute would that one be? That's a clay piece from a mold. And then like so, and like so. How cute is that? And of course we'd have the white around here as well. I use that tip almost like a ruffle, as you can see. It's all, I was trying to make it look like a ruffle. I like ruffles personally, but you can do that. Like I said, you can do it so many different ways. You can do a lighter pink. That's almost a peachy pink, isn't it? That's been painted. If you want to, you can do a butterfly here, going in, going to the rose, and then do a smaller one. Like, oh, that's too small. Like this one then. And what I would do, since this to me needs a little something, I would do like glitter paint on top of that one. You know, there's so many things that you can do. And even this, standing up, you know what I mean? There's just tons of stuff you can do. And with clay, with foam clay and paper clay and all sorts of stuff. And one thing that I'm going to do later, but I was having such a difficult time with these molds. I haven't painted it yet. But there's a bunny butt. And this is done in clay, and I will paint it and do the little pink on his feetsies and everything, and his little bunny tail. Like he's just diving in the middle. So there's tons of stuff you can do. Here's one. My mold was a terrible mold, but anyway. You can also do, like on this one, Well, no, that's not going. That's not going well. Or you could set it up straight. You know what I mean? Set it like so. And then put some flowers around it instead of doing like I did on the other cake. Put you can also use it as a star tip. Flip it over and do little stars, and then or where it looks like little daisies, and there's just tons of stuff you could do. You could even do that or that. There's just, you could just have fun with it. And I want to thank you all so much for joining me today, and I hope you have a wonderful morning, afternoon, or evening. Bye bye, everybody. Take good care.